Hi there, welcome to Bitesize Piano. In this video I'm going to do an Interstellar theme inspired tutorial. I get a lot of requests to do the Interstellar soundtrack, but because it's not a piano piece and there's lots of different arrangements of it, I thought I'd do an inspired tutorial instead. So I'm going to teach you it in the same key, it's going to be the same chords. I'm going to use this as like an exercise, an opportunity to show you how you can make your music sound more dramatic, or your piano playing more dramatic. So we'll go through each technique. So this here that you're watching there is going to be the result. So Interstellar is the perfect one because it's really good at building tension, it develops, it's what's a very simple chord progression and a very simple theme, but different compositional tactics makes it sound really epic and effective and really dramatic. So you can apply this to your composition, your playing, and I really hope it inspires you to do so. So we're going to go to the piano and I'm going to show you how to make your playing more dramatic. Start very simple and soft, and we want to gradually build and add layers at a time. So with Interstellar, we have this repeated E. So this one is actually in the key of A minor. So it uses all the white keys, and I'll teach you the chords that are repeated in a moment. But it starts on the fifth, and it keeps this fifth. So when you use the fifth note of the scale, so A minor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you repeat the fifth, it adds a lot of tension, and it doesn't spend long resolving onto the root, which would be A, and that makes it sound finished. So holding back on resolving adds a lot of tension and drama. So starting soft and very simple, just singular notes like this. And it does that for a while. And then it gradually introduces a couple of elements at a time. So then I'm going to teach you the chords now. So this is the general chord progression that's repeated throughout. So it's an F major 7. So in the left hand you're going to play an F, and it's very specifically in these inversions as well. So an F major 7 is F and then E, A, C and E. If you can't stretch an E with your thumb there and there at the same time, just play that. If you can, obviously add the E in there as well. The next chord is a G6, so you're going to play G in the left hand. In the right hand you're going to play E, B, D and E. So use whichever fingers you feel comfortable with, and again take this note out, or you can play a G there if you can't stretch the E. So G6. And then the next chord is an A minor. So A in the left hand, and then right hand, it's back to that first position again we had for F major 7. So E, A, C and E. So A minor, and then it goes back down to the G6 chord, and that's the chord progression. So we have F major 7, G6, A minor, back to G6. And this is a chord progression we are going to play around with and develop and gradually make it sound more dramatic as it goes on. So you only need this shape in the right hand, and then you turn the A and C into a B and D, whilst keeping the E's on the outside. So you can just practice that transition using whichever fingers you feel comfortable. So if we're going to start on the fifth, we're just going to start really simple and soft, just repeated notes. That adds a lot of tension and drama, a lot of suspense. We don't know what's going to happen next. And then we can play the first chord, and then this E keeps repeating. Play the G6 chord, the E keeps repeating, the A minor chord, is actually 3 beats in a bar, but you can make yours 4 beats in a bar if you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do 3 beats in a bar. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then to develop it, at the minute we are very mid, we're central to the piano. To add more depth and develop it, we want to then introduce some lower notes, some lower end, starts to give it more depth. So then I'm going to play F, C and F. This is called an F5 chord. If you can't stretch the octave, just play a lower F with a C. If you can, play F, C, F. So that shape up one to G, D and G. Obviously miss out this G if you have smaller hands with the G6 chord. Move that shape up again to A, E, A. Again, leave your thumb out if you want to. Back down to the G6 chord. So then the next step to continue building it, start doubling note values and the frequency in which you're playing notes, whilst also increasing the volume as well, which naturally happens when you introduce lower notes and just are playing more notes. It gives the illusion that it's getting louder as well. So the next thing you can do is try breaking up the chords this time. So depends on whether you want to do it in 4 beats in a bar or 3 beats in a bar. If we do it 4 beats in a bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so I'm going down, stopping at the C and then repeating that pattern again. So you're playing 8 notes there, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, same pattern with the G6 chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, same pattern with the A minor, G6 chord. You could repeat the left hand as well. So doubling note values. If it's in 3 beats in a bar, you could go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, so literally just down and up like that. Probably a bit easier, to be honest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Again, repeat the left hand an extra time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and. So once we've doubling up the note value, so playing, instead of playing just holding chords down, we're doubling up the note values, breaking up the chord, playing the left hand slightly more often as well, we could go even lower. So I know my lowest note is out of shot, but I know many of my viewers don't have a full length piano, but it's just F, G, A, the notes I'm playing in octaves. So if you don't have the this lowest note, just use the lowest ones you possibly have. So my next tip is to double up the note values again and use really low notes and really high notes. So when you use a really wide range of pitch, it creates this illusion of space, which is very fitting as it's interstellar. So space, all this space between these really low notes and these really high notes, and this is what makes it sound more epic and dramatic. So what we're going to do is what I call rainbow jumps. So if I show you on this octave here, and then we're going to cross the left hand over and play an E. So I want you to practice this jump just whilst keeping your right hand there. So we're not going to use the right hand to play the high notes because the right hand is going to be busy doing this. And then the left hand will come up, G, play an E. So always aiming for this high E. And then A, E, A, E, and then G, E, G, E. I'm going to do it down here. So it's even more epic and dramatic, and the jump is going to be a lot more physical. So at least your right hand is staying exactly in this spot. So we can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and the G6 chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and A minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and G6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. We'll do that again. So I'm obviously keeping the pedal held down as well. So if you have a pedal, you just need to refresh the pedal on every chord change. So I have a whole separate video on pedaling, so go and check that out if you're unsure on the proper way to do it. Or if you have a keyboard and you don't have a pedal, you may have a sustain button on your keyboard. Equally, if you can adjust the reverb setting on your piano, like I can on mine, and then again that'll make it sound more epic as well. Lots of reverb, gives the illusion of lots of space, lots of drama. So I'm going to sort of consolidate everything that we have looked at. So I'm going to do it again. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and G6 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and G6 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and G6 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and So I hope you found that interesting and that you enjoyed playing around with the chords, and I think you'll agree that it does obviously sound a lot like the soundtrack, and I hope you've enjoyed doing the rainbow jumps and experimenting with being a little bit more physical on the piano. If you are not subscribed, then subscribe for more lessons like this. So I hope to see you in the next video. So that's the end of this video. If you would like to leave a request, leave them in the comments section below of this video. I've also left some videos here that I think you might like, so go and check those out as well. I also have a course. Visit bitesizepianocourse.co.uk and you can enroll and start learning how to read music. I'll see you in the next video.